The best big man archetype in NBA 2K17. You've got the stretch big, you got the post scorer, the athletic finisher, paint protector, and the glass cleaner. You got 5 big man archetypes in NBA 2K17. But real quick before I talk about the best big man archetype, I'd like to give a shout out to SeatGeek. SeatGeek is an app that takes tickets from around the web to make buying simple. They have a rating system from 0 to 100 to make sure you don't get ripped off online. So if you would like to purchase tickets from SeatGeek, make sure to use the link in the description and use code WAFFLE to get $20 off on your order. Now, there's a lot of great archetypes in NBA 2K17, and I would like to say, before I even say anything, that this is my opinion. I've used every single big man archetype in NBA 2K17. Now some of the builds I made weren't the best builds. For example, my 7-3 paint protector minimum weight. That is not the best paint protector build. It seems like sometimes I'm able to do great with that build, but that's just because I'm a good player. But that is not the best paint protector build. So some of these builds I have are not the best builds, man. But regardless of that fact, none of these big man builds in the game are bad. Of course, you got some builds might be worse than others. Of course, it's always going to be something like that, but none of them are bad. Let's take the glass cleaner first. Let's talk about the glass cleaner. Glass cleaners have better than average defense. They have maxed rebounding. They have good strength, and they have good standing layup and standing dunk. The glass cleaner is really a great archetype. Combine that with having brick wall, bruiser, and break starter, and you got a really good all-around archetype for a big man. As a glass cleaner, that is the specific role of big men is. And then you take into account the shooting that any archetype in 2K could shoot, then you really got a really great archetype. And the same thing can be said about the post scorer. Post scorer's got at least better rebounding than the athletic finisher and the stretch big. And then you also still got average defense. You got, of course, better than average strength in all the archetypes. You got that strength maxed out at 94. You've got post scoring maxed out. And not only that, you got better than average standing layup, standing dunk, and contact dunk. So the post scorer is really good, combined with the fact you got brick wall on the post scorer, you got bruiser on the post scorer, you got drop stepper, and you got a better than average mid range if you choose to do so. So the post scorer is a good archetype. It's just that, you know, people on the park reach. People on the park, there's no foul limit on the park, so people just spam and stuff like that. And people gotta give you the ball to be able to post up. You have to have patience to post up in this game, but you can really find some great post scores. So none of these archetypes are bad. However, the best big man archetype in my opinion, and my favorite big man archetype to use, is the archetype I use the most now. It's the athletic finisher. I know some people are gonna hate me saying this, man, but I just loved using my athletic finisher, man. Athletic finishers are the best when it comes to athleticism in 2K for a big man. You got the best speed, you got the best playmaking, and of course you got the best layups and dunks. Now what does this mean on the court? Because like I said, the post scorers and the glass cleaners, they both have pretty good standing dunks and standing layups, but the athletic finisher takes it to another level. Why is that? Because you've got badges. You got Hall of Fame posterizer. Now you don't have relentless finisher, but you got Hall of Fame posterizer. You got pick and roller. You got one man fast break. You do got teardropper if you want to use teardropper. You can actually use teardropper, but the athletic finisher is cheese. Listen, speed is always gonna kill in any sport. Speed is always going to be a big deal in any sport you play. Speed kills. The athletic finisher has the best speed. And by the way, my athletic finisher is not even minimum weight, but he still has the fastest speed out of all my big men. He is 252 pounds. He has 69 strength, but you know, strength in this 2K doesn't really do that much, to be honest. And he still got that 67 speed with ball playmaking, which is slower than my stretch big. But for a 252-pound athletic finisher, that's gonna matter, especially combined with one-man fast break and posterizer. Listen, when I play as my athletic finisher, it's like I can't be stopped. It's like it's unstoppable, especially when you play Pro-Am, because listen, whenever you play Pro-Am and the opposing team has an athletic finisher, you can tell they have an athletic finisher when someone on their team is just continuously dunking in the paint. And there's really, to be honest, only like maybe 2 archetypes that could even try to defend an athletic finisher. The first one obviously is a paint protector, which could actually guard an athletic finisher pretty good because you can get the steals and you got rim protector. And then you got kind of the glass cleaner, because the glass cleaner, they do have better than average defense, all the way up to a 78, and they also can get an 80 block for a glass cleaner. So those are the only 2 archetypes that could really guard an athletic finisher. But then even the glass cleaner is slower than an athletic finisher. An athletic finisher could be running up and down the court on all these archetypes, and they could just be dunking relentlessly, finishing at the paint relentlessly. I've never felt such dominance in my life. Like when I play as my athletic finisher, I feel so dominant. And now let's talk about the shooting, because I haven't talked about the stretch bigs yet. The stretch big is actually not a bad archetype. It could actually be a great archetype, but the problem is every single archetype can shoot. Athletic stretch bigs can bring out the range. They can stretch the floor. They definitely can stretch the floor, especially with limitless range and being able to knock down half-court threes. But every archetype can shoot. Every archetype can shoot in the corner. Every single archetype can shoot in the corner. I can get greens consistently with athletic finishers, with my paint protector, even my glass cleaner in the corner. All these archetypes can shoot in the corner, and if you got hot spots around the 3-point line outside of the corner, you can still shoot that shot pretty well. So take that into account, and it's like, well, why even have a stretch big compared to all these different other archetypes that can do multiple things now? They can not only shoot the ball, but they can dunk, they can either rebound, they can post up, they got strength, they got better defense. And let's talk about defense, because the glass cleaners do have better than average defense, but I feel like I play my best defense on my athletic finisher. Even though I have a paint protector, my paint protector is 7'3". He's not the best build, he's kind of slow. But an athletic finisher, even though they don't have better defense than a glass cleaner or a paint protector, that defense is still better than a lot of these big man archetypes because of the athleticism, man. Trust me, that athleticism plays a role in you being able to get chase down blocks, you being able to block in the paint, and also you having strength as an athletic finisher is still good to be able to play decent defense against other archetypes, man. So it plays a huge role. And also, finally talking about rebounding, if you box your man out, most of the time you will get the rebounding if you have your rebound category maxed out. So you'll be good there. And the athletic finisher has a high vertical. 74 vertical is the highest vertical out of all my big men at 6'10". And remember, like I said, my lockdown defender be rebounding over bigs for a reason, because he has that vertical along with maxed out rebounding. So the athletic finisher is a great build, man. It's my favorite big man build in the game, and it's definitely the funnest build I've played with as a big man. I mean, still shout out to the paint protector I have, shout out to the glass cleaners out there, shout out to the post scorers, shout out to the stretch bigs too. They're all good archetypes, man. But I have to give it to athletic finisher, man. Of course, leave a like if you want more. We're still going to be ranking the archetypes somewhere down in the next couple of weeks before 2K18 comes out. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Which do you think is the best big man in NBA 2K17? And what is your favorite big man to use in NBA 2K17 if you do have multiple big men? For me, it's the athletic finisher, and to be honest, I probably won't be using my paint protector anymore. I probably don't need gameplay for that. I probably won't be using my post score or even my stretch big or glass cleaner anymore. I'm probably just going to be using my athletic finisher as my big man archetype until 2K18 comes out. But anyways, like I said, I'm out for now. Peace.